Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. Today we're going to look into the full potential capacity with all the factories Tesla has announced and is building on right now. We're also going to look into the Q1 numbers because we have record numbers, and that's where we start right now. So 422,875 cars, that is the number for Q1. On the other hand, we have production at 440,808 cars. Now, what you can see immediately is the difference between production and deliveries for the Model S and Model X. And when it comes to the difference between production and deliveries, we do know that Tesla has a strategy to make these delivery waves a bit smoother. And this is what they are doing. We're going to look into more details right now. Now, what's clearly a very good achievement is that Tesla achieved a growth of 4.3%. That doesn't sound a lot, but is very important when you look into the growth rate between Q4 towards Q1. And we all know in the car business, the first quarter of each year is very, very bad. So if you achieve better numbers than in Q4, this is already a good sign. Fair point out there is Tesla, of course, has reduced prices. We have the incentives in the United States since the beginning of the year. This, of course, helped. But again, we also know Tesla is about scaling, and we're going to see the final financial statement on the 19th of April. But this is already a very good start into 2023. Now, we also have further details when it comes to comparison what we have achieved in 2020. So if we look into those numbers, 499,647 cars, compared to that 422,000 cars, we see how Tesla has been growing by a lot over the past 3 years. So almost pretty much most of the cars they have delivered an entire year, they are now delivering most of it in 1 quarter. And if we take the second quarter, we could come close to 900,000 cars. And this is an astonishing accomplishment. So let's see where this year will go. If they achieve with Q2 close to 900,000 cars, this would mean 1.8 million if they continue like they do. And I think we could actually see 2 million cars this year. But again, there shouldn't be any issues in deliveries if they want to achieve that. Now, if we look into the inventory, that is very important to understand right now. We are looking into an inventory that is closer up to 80,000 cars. But if you look into those numbers, you have to understand that, for example, yesterday, a carrier came to Thailand. This is almost 4,500 cars. Then we have Model S and Model X being transported from the West Coast to the East Coast to be transported by a next carrier to Europe. So you have a few thousand as well over there. Then we are looking into the Chinese market. Not everything is being delivered like it was supposed to in the past years. Some of the cars might be standing around. We already saw pictures of many cars out there for the European market. This happened as well before the 1st of April. And we also have Germany. The factory over here is producing cars for Taiwan. So lots of stuff going on. If you want to go into contact with me and discuss and talk about these, you can do that on eCar Review. Link is in the description, e-car-review.com. You can also rate your Tesla. Check out the website. It's very, very nice over there. Now let's look into the guidance here. Many people forget that in 2020, there was a guidance for 50% growth. So if we start with the 509,000 cars they produced, we have a 50% growth rate towards the 750,000 cars. But then they achieved 930,000 cars. In the next step, they achieved 1.369 million cars. So you see, there is a growth rate. They are ahead of the game. They are actually going even faster than they actually should. And this is some very, very good result. So I do believe that Tesla is in a very good way towards 8, 9, 10 million cars over the next few years. But what's important to understand is if you take all factories out there, you are looking at a final capacity of 6 million cars. And those 6 million cars, if you look to the left side, you see 2026. So that would be like 5.7 million cars. I mean, this is pretty well. I mean, this is looking like Tesla has to announce a few more factories. But with the current factories, Tesla could already achieve goals they have set or overachieve in 2026. And until then, they have another 3 years to expand Austin, to expand Giga Berlin, to expand Shanghai, to expand Fremont, and build Nueva Leon. So that is actually some good signs that Tesla is already well prepared for the future. They are well ahead of many people how they even think how Tesla could achieve 6 million cars. They have already everything in place to achieve this kind of capacity. And that is something many people miss out there. Now, we all know there can be economic downturns. The Chinese market is a very struggling market right now. But we also know that Tesla has one major advantage. The major advantage is they only have 4 models: Model S, Model X, Model 3, and Model Y. And in the United States for Q1, you can clearly see they are ahead of VW with 47 models. And they are just selling 4 models, and ahead of them, like GM with 37 models. And you have as well Toyota, Ford, Honda, Stellantis. They all have more models, currently selling as well more cars. But you get the point here. Tesla is achieving with less models more sales than many car makers down there. Of course, Mercedes and BMW, on the other hand, are not mainstream brands that are trying to be a mass market producer. They are concentrating on the premium market, and Tesla will be at some point with 587,000 cars when it comes to GM, the number 1 in the United States. I think that is without a doubt possible. With the factory in Fremont and full capacity Austin, this should be possible for Tesla. Now, for the final thought when it comes to the numbers, I think it is, as always, the same discussion. Some people find negative points in the numbers. Some find concerning numbers in there. I don't find the inventory as concerning as many people out there believe. My belief is that Tesla is just doing what they have said they will do, flattening the wave here and trying to achieve a more sustainable delivery experience, especially when it comes to the cost side and the carriers. So thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate your time and wish you a wonderful day. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Thank you very much.